Today I'm watching Peaky Blinders Season 2, Episode 5, almost at the end of Season 2, which is crazy. Episode 4, we saw Michael take this job as an accountant for the Peaky Blinders. It was also his birthday. We found out Grace is back in London, so I'm very curious to see if Tommy will meet up with her, especially considering his latest developments with his relationship with May. We saw Campbell basically hold this export license over Tommy's head and gave him a 3-week deadline to complete this execution. We saw Alfie and Sabini basically form an alliance together, and now they're both turning against Tommy. I mean, Sabini was always against Tommy, but Alfie has now decided that his alliances will be with Sabini, as he showed up with this white flag at the bakery. So a lot of things happening at once, and I'm very curious to see if this episode will be about Tommy's execution, or the execution he has planned, I should say. And then the next episode, the season finale, about this Derby race with this horse that he bought. So I'm really enjoying the series so far. Thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookcase, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Let me just say, shalom.
Arthur. Yeah, and Alfie has that cane that he likes to hit people with.
And I'm the commanding officer on this operation. You're here purely as an observer.
Yeah, I'm guessing tonight's the day of the execution.
So you can leave. We're going to open them in a minute anyway.
He's all right, Billy
Do you
boy.
want to leave?
No, you're right.
Billy knows something's up, yeah.
You
He's like, I've seen this guy do terrible things.
the innocent, right? Say that this feast of what we're having here, right?
Is Alfie gonna kill Arthur? Oh, man.
But this year, we thought that we'd give the out a name.
You've named it.
They named it Arthur.
Right, you know what we called
What
it?
would you call him?
Probably Shelby.
Yep, saw this coming. Yeah, oh, bye, Billy. Oh, I liked him. And here comes Sabini. They're raiding Polly's house.
That's from Sabini.
Yep.
Tell you, Gypsy King.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shall return north in many.
He's like, I did tell you, and you broke my rule. Oh my god. Peaky Blinders are under attack on all fronts. Oh my god. Is Arthur dead? Is he just passed out? I don't know. And they're arresting Michael. Campbell, you piece of trash. Oh my god. Yeah, Polly, get him! She's got the power of Mama Bear.
As of this night, Tommy Shelby is finished.
Don't trust Campbell. Oh my, a public smooch. Okay.
They asked me if I wanted a fire in the guest bedroom.
Hello. She's got enough fires burning.
Drink?
Does anybody know like the name of this estate that they filmed in? Comment below and let me know. I know there's quite a few in England, especially like when they filmed like Downton Abbey and The Crown and stuff like that, but they're just so beautiful. And some of them are in such great shape for how old they are.
It's for Mr. Shelby.
Yep. He's gonna find out about Michael.
You offered me protection. You promised me protection.
Yep, he said all those things.
It's me!
You will need to contain your emotions, or this meeting is at an end.
Tommy's gonna destroy him. Maybe not today, but one day. He's not gonna forget this easily. Or forgive him.
Michael, he has already admitted to helping Arthur burn down the Marquis pub.
Oh my god, that didn't take long.
Killing for you. Now what is it you want?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like we had a deal.
As an assurance
This guy! He's a monster.
to make it certain that you will obey me on the given day.
So we did this as collateral, basically.
I've been ahead of you every step of the way.
I love watching Tommy's face when you can just see,
As my
it's like
father used to say,
poker face, but you can see the wheels just plodding.
obeys you. You have to show it the stick once in a while.
Oh my god, yeah, so Campbell's like, I need collateral. You clearly don't trust or worry about your own life. Or charged your brother. I arrested your cousin. Like, oh my god. And yeah, he knows Tommy would do anything for family, so now he just has that extra assurance that Tommy will do what he says. But even if he does, and Tommy dies...
It is men fighting like cockerels that have put us here in the first place.
Esme, we'll take up their offer. We need men.
And now he's listening to Esme and not Polly, and she's gonna love that.
Where the Black Madonna is. My brothers go sometimes for the fair. It's like a home for us.
Tommy's never leaving. Like, he's never gonna give up this life.
Lost there.
Or maybe Esme's, yeah, she's not okay with this life of crime. She wanted to leave and have chickens, but she's trying to help, I guess. Tell him a way to get out.
If you ever talk about getting lost again, I'll cut you.
Okay, well that answers that question.
What family?
He's sitting by himself right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is the second time she's brought up leaving and getting out, and he doesn't want to hear it, obviously.
My son, Michael, where is he?
Do you think I need a shave?
I think you need many things, sir.
I need a shave, don't you think?
This guy, he's just so good at playing a creep and a monster.
Mr. Campbell, please, sir. Something like that. That'd be a way to say it.
Oh my god, this guy. He just likes to get every little dig in, every little, like, one-up he can get in.
Dealings than you do. He doesn't trouble the family with Irish business, for instance, does he?
Yeah, they don't know that he has to complete this execution. I hope you can hear me clenching my jaw in rage. This effing guy. What a freaking creep and just the worst kind of monster. Oh my god. He's like, I'll sign this paper if you sleep with me. So there's your answer. If you want your kid out of jail, you know what you have to do.
When I'm finished, sit down.
Don't trust him. Ah. I know Polly loves her son and would do anything for him.
That is what I want. I need you to cry.
What? Oh my god, this guy's just a pure psychopath. There are not enough adjectives I can say online that would...
Anything in return. That's what you might have said.
Poor Polly.
Felt something when I had you up against that car.
Jesus. No, she felt rage and hate towards your slimy paws.
Oh.
He wants her to cry. That's what he said. That's a direct quote. Ah!
Small and weak. Look.
This scene is so awful.
It was more like 6.
And everybody's just gonna assume that it's because she drinks a lot and not because of something happened. Yeah, she may not have said it directly to Ada, but I think Ada's smart enough to figure out that something happened and that Polly did something that's the only reason Michael's getting out. So I feel like Polly's definitely taken on a bigger part in season 2, and especially with like finding out about her kids, and yeah, oh man. Campbell is a human piece of trash, and not enough words I can say on here to describe what just happened. And what if he doesn't let him out? Like, he frickin' better. How did he learn to hold fruit in his hand? Yeah, and Campbell was washing his hands saying, oh, interrogations get tough sometimes. Yeah, Campbell obviously beat the crap out of him, or other prisoners did. He said he was a tough nut to crack, and that's why he didn't confess, because Campbell beat the crap out of him.
That suits me well.
Tommy's definitely not perfect, but I don't think he would do half the things Campbell's doing.
They told me what you did.
Oh my god. I definitely thought, like, she definitely doesn't want her kid to know that.
Thought it was funny.
What? How could he say that? How could he say maybe it is funny? Like, what a thing to say. This Michael character has got some dark secrets, I think.
Put him in the back of the car. 6 cans.
What's he planning on burning down? Oh, Tommy. I don't know if Campbell will make it to season 3. Oh my god. Oh yeah, and he's gonna meet Grace. Okay. She's looking very pretty. The family definitely seems like divided in this episode, and everybody's off doing separate things, and Polly says she's gonna leave. Is she actually gonna do that now that she has Michael back?
Please?
Awkward.
Thinking about you. And then we're gonna go upstairs and sleep together.
He's planning the whole thing out. Look at that.
As a matter of fact, I am happy in New York.
Does he know that she shot Campbell?
I don't carry guns. I don't have to.
Not anymore.
Because you don't love me anymore.
Oh,
Another drink.
really cutting the conversation short. Okay, here we go.
So how will I see Charlie Chaplin?
You will see him and you will hear him.
Oh, in the flesh, in person?
Chaplin was born in the Black Patch, a gypsy camp in Birmingham. That's why I gave Wang the...
Is this true? Is any of this true that Charlie Chaplin is like has a history of being gypsy and was born in Birmingham? I've obviously heard of him, but I haven't seen any of his films, or I don't know anything about him, but comment below and let me know, yeah, if that's true, if he's just making that up.
Well, tonight you men will see me return to the house with a very beautiful woman.
Named Grace.
Close the curtains. Can you guess who the woman is?
He's just rubbing it in Campbell's face that he's going to be sleeping with Grace tonight.
Sleep well.
Oh, shoot. This cat and mouse game continues. Yeah, he's like, well, you'll definitely see me come in there then and know that I'm, yeah. Oh, Thomas. Oh, Tommy, you little sneak. I feel like Tommy's been thinking about this moment for every day for the past 2 years, so I wonder how long Grace is in town for. Will they meet again? I'm getting so spicy. As long as she's back before midnight, yeah.
When do you sail back?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay, indefinite trip.
When do you go back, Grace?
She's not planning on going back.
We're trying for a baby.
Oh, they were going to see a fertility doctor. Okay. And if she gets pregnant now, it'll be Tommy's.
You used to work in undercover, eh?
Oh, God.
I have never lied to him once.
He's like, oh, you just lied to me. Cool.
So tell him the truth.
Ah, man, if Grace gets pregnant with Tommy's kid and then leaves for New York, I can't see him being okay with that. Oh, man. And she's also married to somebody else. But I feel like they will definitely see each other again. And it's very interesting that she doesn't have a return ticket booked because they're gonna, yeah, I guess they'll stay until these treatments work. But I don't feel like fertility medicine in the 20s was very advanced. And they were just blaming her.
And what's that? Well, you tried to hang yourself twice. Now the king's gonna do it for you.
Yeah, they're gonna send him to the gallows.
I used to be good at drawing. Oh, Arthur, please, for God's sake, I don't need...
Jail's given Arthur time to reflect on his life and all the things he took for granted.
Well,
Why's all our men and our far whiskey been lifted?
he's already told me what I've got to do.
Okay, John's here to let him out or help or give him the plan at least so that Arthur can escape. Yeah, Tommy usually doesn't share the plan until the very last minute. Everybody's on a need-to-know basis.
No?
Where are you from?
I'm from Ireland. The beautiful north, where the rocks...
That's the guy on the docks that was loading up the crates. Okay.
You know, I just pulled over for a
I want to see some identification.
To distract the guard, basically, so John could sneak in and put whatever he put in that mailbox. Okay. Yep, there we go. Oh my god. Whew. And Tommy was nowhere near it. Well, there goes that. I wasn't sure how he was going to do it, if he was like going to shoot him, what his plan was, but that'll definitely work for sure. He just blew up his whole house.
We have to stop this.
Yeah, he's like, Grace is back now, so bye.
You can still be with me at the enclosure.
It's very gracious of you, sir.
Yeah, she's like, oh gee, thanks.
Forget about men like me.
I was going to tell you how much has improved.
And what happens when Grace leaves? Is he gonna try and get back together with her?
You carry on, aye? Because you can't back down.
Amongst many other illogical reasons.
These two might have more in common than they think.
I haven't got any petrol in the garage.
Yeah, I have some cans of petrol in the car.
6 to be exact. Or is that what that bomb was for, I'm guessing? Yeah, that's what he was blowing up.
I look happy in there, aye? And why wouldn't there be?
Yeah, they're goldfish. They have a 15-second memory. They look happy all the time. Okay, yeah, she's like, I don't care, or, you know, if this is just a temporary thing, if this other girl is leaving. Yeah, she's like, I'm not really worried about this other person if they're leaving, and everybody already thinks that we're together, so...
Secretary. My. All that paperwork.
Campbell just hates their success. He hates that they're doing well and that they're not struggling, and they've got all these fancy things and fancy houses and cars and secretaries, and he just hates it. He hates it so much.
Why do you ask?
Just give him my regards.
Will Campbell let Arthur out now that this thing's been completed?
That he will have to find somewhere else to live for at least the next 3 months.
He wasn't home.
Your plan for me to break in and shoot him in his bed is now no longer an operational possibility.
Right, because this new place will be extra secure.
How would you get to him?
I won't. He will come to me.
Interesting, okay.
But at a place where that will not be an option.
Tommy's definitely smart.
Well, perhaps you can guess which one is my horse.
Is he hoping this politician comes to the racehorses and he can shoot him at the racehorses or something? I'm curious what place he has in mind. Grace's secret. First time runner.
Where and when?
Epsom.
Yeah, he's gonna do it at the racehorses. Oh, man. So that was my first time watching Peaky Blinders Season 2, Episode 5. Only one episode left in the season, which is crazy. They're such short seasons, but they're so well done. Definitely a big episode. A lot's happened, and I predict the next episode will be Derby at the race, which is going to be a very big day with lots of stuff going on. So I really enjoyed this episode. Some scenes were very hard to watch, but it definitely feels like Peaky Blinders is kind of scattered right now. Everybody's doing separate things. Michael and Arthur were arrested, and Campbell did that as a way to get collateral, basically, because he didn't know Tommy's plan, and he's like, you clearly have no regard for your own life. You're not afraid to die, so I need something else, and I know you would do anything for your family, so now I'm holding them captive, basically, as like a leverage piece, so that you do the things you say you're going to do, because I have no way of knowing it, and obviously they don't trust each other, which... why would they? Michael was able to get out of jail because Polly slept with Campbell. That was a very hard and difficult scene to watch because Campbell is just a monster. I think seeing Campbell behave that way and use his power that way, and just the fact that he wanted Polly to cry and that's what he enjoyed, is just so sick and so twisted and just so incredibly demented, and there's just not enough words to describe how wrong that is. And Polly would do anything for her son, and he knows that, and he took advantage of it, and Polly says, I'm done with this. Like, this is a bad way to live. I don't want this life anymore. She's like, as soon as Michael gets out, we're leaving. And then she even takes Finn with her when she leaves the room as well. And I don't know what Michael will do about that, especially now that he's 18. Will he actually go with her? He's not 5 years old. She can't just like scoop him up and take him away. He has his own choices and he's an adult. I'm very curious to see what will happen in the next episode if or at the end of the season, I guess, if they decide to leave, what that looks like. I can understand Polly's frustration. Tommy's not listening to her. He says he wants to hear her opinion, but then doesn't do anything with it. And he's listening to Esme. And yeah, I can see why Polly doesn't feel valued and why she wants to get out. Now that she's got her son back, she doesn't want him ending up in jail and she doesn't want him living this life. She wants something different for him. So I'm very curious to see what happens because I feel like he wants to stay and wants to be a part of this. I feel like Campbell definitely beat him up when he was in prison because he comes out with bruises and cuts on his face. I feel like that was very hard for Polly. And even the fact that everybody knew what Polly did to get Michael out of prison and that he's like, oh, everybody was saying it's kind of funny. He's like, I guess maybe it is. It's like, what? I feel like Michael's response to that situation, I don't really know how to process that. The fact that he's saying it's kind of funny that his mom had to do this to get him out. Yeah, so I can't see him leaving. I feel like he wants to stay, and if Polly would leave without him, I don't think she would do that either. She would probably just stay and be miserable. And yeah, I felt so bad for Polly in the situation because I felt like she didn't have a choice, or she thought she didn't have a choice in the situation, and Campbell is just a monster, and nothing's gonna happen to him because of this. Like, Polly can't charge him with anything. No one's gonna come after him for this. Arthur was still in jail at the end of this episode, and John went to visit him and said, I have a plan to get you out. So I'm curious to see what will happen in the next episode, if Arthur will still be in jail, if he'll be able to execute this plan and get out. But Tommy wasn't really around. Tommy didn't go visit Arthur. He just sent John with this plan, and Tommy was busy spending time with other people, as we saw throughout this episode. So yeah, he didn't go try and get Michael out. I don't even know if he knows Michael is out or if he knows what Polly did to get Michael out. It's definitely a lot of pieces happening, and everybody kind of seems scattered, and the family definitely seems disjointed. And Esme brought up leaving again. She's like, let's go to France, let's get out of here, we can get lost. And Tommy responds again being like, I told you not to mention this, like, I'm not leaving. If you want to go, then go, basically, but stop bringing this up. Like, it's not gonna happen. Billy Kitchen died in this episode, and that's whose death Arthur is being framed for. And we all know, of course, it was actually Alfie. As soon as he locked those doors, Billy was like, something's not right, and Arthur's like, oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then we see Arthur get beaten up and almost killed, and now they're blaming him for Billy's death. And Arthur is definitely going against the Shelby gang now because him and Sabini have that alliance. So he's like, you know what, forget you guys, I'm not dealing with this. And it's so well done because Tom Hardy, he just like, Arthur shows up, he's very nice to his face, he's like, oh, come in, like, let's celebrate, you're here. And then of course 2 seconds later has a knife at his throat. And Sam Neill is great at playing Campbell. He does such a great job of playing just such a villain and just such a character that you despise, and he's just so convincing, and he just like gets under your skin, and it just, I think that's like, it's, some actors can pull it off and some actors can't, and he just does such a good job of playing that. And he also plays good guys really well, and it just shows his range, I think, as an actor. And he's just such a jerk, and I'm hoping Tommy has something planned, and that we'll just leave it at that. We also saw Tommy tell Campbell his actual plan now to kill this politician that he's basically being blackmailed to kill. He's going to do it at Derby at the horse races. And we saw Tommy send John to blow up this politician's house. I thought that was it. I thought the politician was home. Obviously, that was not the case. He just destroyed the house. And Tommy is very smart because he knew he was walking into a trap and he didn't have a choice. So he's like, well, if I destroy the house, then he'll have to live somewhere else, basically. And that house will be, or wherever this politician ends up living, will be heavily guarded because now there's been an attack on him. So now they're going to double security and everything. So Tommy's going to have a plan to get this guy to come out and meet him. I'm assuming he will be invited to the horse race and Tommy will kill him then. And he said, yeah, I'm going to shoot him, don't worry, but I'm going to do it at a place where Campbell and Campbell's officers won't be able to then kill Tommy, which obviously was the plan. Like, there's no way he wasn't going to use this as an opportunity to try and take out Tommy Shelby. He hates Tommy Shelby. So I'm very curious to see what Tommy's plan is and to see what the next episode holds. And because I fully believe Tommy will do this, but how he's going to do it in a way where he's not killed and he doesn't have to go to jail and any of that stuff. Maybe he'll use it as a reason to shoot Campbell as well. I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't even sure if Campbell would be in this season, but I'm glad he is, and I'm very curious to see if he will be season 3 or if this is a 2-season arc. I love him and Tom, as infuriating as it is, I love him and Tommy's back and forth cat and mouse because it just makes such a great story. And when Tommy calls him just to rub it in his face that he's going to go home with Grace that night and sleep with her, and he knows Grace is the one thing that Tommy can have and that Campbell will never have, and it just kills Campbell inside, and Tommy knows it. So any chance he has to rub that in his face and to, you know, show off and just like, oh, you're spying on me? Well, guess who you'll see I'll be bringing home later tonight. Grace is back in town, and her husband are going for treatments at this fertility doctor. I don't know what the treatments are, but the doctor is basically saying that it's all Grace's fault that she can't get pregnant. And now that she's sleeping with Tommy, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. If she ends up getting pregnant and Tommy is the father, will she stay? Will she go back to New York and just pretend like her husband is the dad? I don't know. She's married to this guy, and it seems like he is providing a decent life for her. He says he's kind and he's sweet and he's wealthy, and obviously her and Tommy have this history, so I'm sure she will see Tommy again before she goes. We don't really know when she's going to head back to New York. I guess it depends how long these treatments take or until she becomes pregnant. Who knows? I'm glad she's back. I like her. She's an interesting character. And the fact that Tommy was like, I thought about you every day for the past 2 years, I fully believe that. We've seen flashbacks of him thinking about Grace. We haven't seen as many World War I flashbacks in these past few episodes. It's been mostly flashbacks of Grace and thinking about being with her. I definitely think there's some connection there. And then even when he's breaking up with May, although she seems to still want to be with him, he's like, oh, there's somebody else. And, you know, he's telling her that things might need to be different between the two of them. I feel like May is still going to pursue some kind of relationship with Tommy, if it is just physical or they just become companions, friends with benefits, or whatever it becomes, but she doesn't seem like she's running away from the situation anyway when she kissed him at the end. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen if May meets Grace or how that goes, because she asked, who is this other person? Overall, a really great episode. I definitely feel like Tommy was away from his family for the majority of this episode, and the family definitely seems split up. And even when Tommy's at that table, he's all alone, and Esme's like, what family? Like, it's just him by himself, basically, and he doesn't usually share his plans, and he just kind of counts on his family to always be there to fall in line. And I'm very curious to see what happens to his power and his authority when that's taken away. If he stops being, you know, if everybody stops following him, is he really the leader? Very curious to see what's going to happen in the next episode, especially with the season finale, this race at Derby coming up, this hit he has to take out on this politician, what's going to happen with him and Campbell. Will Grace be at the races as well? Very curious, and lots of things coming into place. Is Arthur going to forgive Tommy for letting him sit in jail for however long and not coming to see him? What's Tommy going to do to Campbell once he finds out what Campbell did to Polly? And does Tommy even know that Michael's out? I have no idea. Definitely disconnect, and definitely a lot of things happening in separate pieces. And yeah, they're definitely not the strong Shelby team that they usually are, especially going into a big event like this Derby race, which is a lot of things happening. And again, we're back at the racetrack like we were with season 1 with Kimber. So I think between Campbell, Zabini, Alfie, May, Grace, like Arthur, Michael, all these pieces coming together in just this one day, basically, it's going to be a very good episode, I feel like, and I'm very excited to watch it and a little nervous. My prediction is that somebody will die, whether it'll be Zabini or Campbell or another member of the Shelby family. I'm not too sure if Michael and Polly will actually leave. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I think it's going to be a great episode. The series has been so great so far, so well done, great cast, so well written. I'm really enjoying it so far. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Is he just passed out? I don't know. Oh my, a public smooch. Okay. So we did this as collateral, basically. This guy, he's just so good at playing a creep and a monster. He wants her to cry. That's the only reason Michael's getting out, so what's he planning on burning down? As long as she's back before midnight. Oh, they were gonna see a fertility doctor. Yeah, they're gonna send him to the gallows.